G'day guys, welcome back to Wombat Gaming. Going to be doing a quick video for you guys who are interested in getting some XP. Now this is a good way to level up sort of early game, I guess. You will need some resources to complete this, but I found that even on my level, which is 28, I was able to level up quite easily doing this method. So firstly, you are going to want to collect some resources. You're going to need quite a few actually. So you're going to need things like iron, tungsten and aluminium. These are for the extractors, and you're going to need a few of these extractors on this planet to resources. Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to be gathering resources to make a particular item, which is going to, when we make it in our industrial bench, is going to give us XP. So iron, tungsten, aluminium, I will put the amounts on the screen that you're going to need. You'll also be needing some things if you want to place down. You're going to need a bed and an industrial bench, so I've just placed down this small habitat. So you're going to need some sealant, lead and aluminium just for the airlock. It's not a lot of quantity, it's just 3, 2 and 3 of those. And then you're going to need a habitat as well, so you're going to need some sealant again and some iron and aluminium. Then you're going to need to put down a bench, a workbench inside this habitat. So you can see I've got a workbench in there. You're going to need some aluminium, iron, and that's it for that one, and a bed. The bed just needs some fiber and aluminium. So once you've collected all that, you're going to need actually you're going to need one more thing. You're going to need storage units. So depending on how many storage units you want, I've gone for this number here, which is about 14, I think. 14. And as you can see, most of them are full. So what we'll do is we'll give you a demonstration on how this all works in a minute. But for 14, the main ingredient is going to be adaptive frames. You can make them yourself with the industrial bench, and I'll show you that in a second. But you're going to need adaptive frames. For each one, you're going to need 3, and you're going to need iron and aluminium again. I'll put up the well, that's for each item. So depending on how many you want to build, I'll show you how you build adaptive frames. So in the industrial bench, you have this top option here. To build for each adaptive frame, you're going to need 1 iron and 1 aluminium. So I guess for each storage unit, you're going to need 3 iron, 3 aluminium, and I guess times that by how many you need. You're going to need, probably need a 40 or 50 iron and aluminium if you don't have the adaptive frames. So I just pick them up whenever I see them and store them because they're pretty handy. Alright, so essentially what you need to do is we'll have a look at what world we're on. You're going to need to travel to this world once you have completed collecting all those resources. The world you're going to need to head to is in this system. It's the Altair system, and I'll show you where that is. It's pretty close to where we all start out. So Alpha Centauri is just down here, so it's a quick jump up here. You got Sol and you got Altair here. So when you land in this system, you're going to be heading, I'll just show you quickly for this area over here. So Altair 1, and you want to scan the area, and the best locations to find resources are going to be, well, essentially you're going to need nickel and you're going to need cobalt. So cobalt doesn't show up on the surface, as you can see. It's just the nickel, which is the dark. So cobalt is pretty common on this planet. Now I chose to find, I tried to, but I couldn't. I tried to get an area which had 3 resources in it just for this demonstration. You can get up 3 resources, or possibly 4. I've never seen a 4, but you can get more than 1 in the radius of your settlement. So, but yeah, I just landed in between, I guess, these 2 areas and tried to get uranium as well. I wasn't successful on this particular video, but you can see just by picking an area in the middle where that circle is, let's have a look. Try and find an area that's really close together. You can look all over the map, but you're looking for these nickel areas. There will be cobalt in them, but if you want to try and pick up 3 resources, you want to just try and get areas that are like that, where they're really close together. So, and you might be able to get 3. Okay, for this purpose of this video, you just need to land. Alright, so the principle basically is we're going to be making, I'll show you in the industrial bench, we're going to be making these magnets. So for each magnet, we are going to need 1 nickel and 1 cobalt. So the cobalt mine's a little slower, I've noticed, so you may need more cobalt extractors. The nickel seems to mine fairly fast. I'm not sure why, but that seems to be the case. And for every I guess build of these, you're going to do 99 for each shot. So I will show you where I am leveled at. So we'll do a test run of this in a second. So I'll just show you. I've just reached level 28. You can see it's at the bottom. And we'll see how many times it does take to level myself up. I'll show you the first run and then I'll skip through the rest and I'll do a count and let you know. Obviously, the lower you are in level, the faster you can level up, and the higher you get in level, the slower I believe that the levels become harder to get. So let's make some magnets. Just going to do this and then enter. You can see 108 XP. And I'll do a couple of these just to see. This is the third one. Fourth. Okay, so that was 4. You can see most of our extractors are kind of empty now. They're probably ran out of cobalt. So just have a look how much 4 got us to about this level here. So we've got, I guess, 8, 12, 14, maybe 20 runs, maybe a little bit more than 20 runs to level myself up. You can see how pretty quick that was. I think what we need to do is come out here and have a look. Now I've got 3 extractors. I will show you the location I'm in as well. It's super important that you put your settlement in between these levels. And a good tip is to don't be too close to these areas that say unknown or your landing craft, because you are restricted by distance on how you can place your settlement, especially close to these kind of objects. So if you do put your settlement too close, for some reason it allows you to put the settlement down, so just be aware of that. You are restricted in distance to these. So I guess I don't want you putting settlements, on these locations or near these locations. Okay, so we're going to have a look. So we've got cobalt over here, you can see, and on the other side over here we have nickel. So you want to put your settlement in the middle of both, and we'll just come back out and I'll scroll back to the resource area. Okay, so you can see I've got just the 3 extractors over here, and they have to be spaced out, so just bear that in mind. So you can see when you get a certain distance away from the other one, so it's good to try and work out best, try and keep them on the edges if you can. And keep an eye on your power. That's the other thing that I probably didn't mention. Actually, you are going to need power. So solar arrays, you can see up the top left hand corner what you're going to need to build them. Wind turbines is a bit more common, although it looks like it's using cobalt, which I'm getting from this planet anyway, which is good, and nickel, which is good. So all you basically would need is the aluminium once you had them set up, but you can build the wind turbines to power as well. So if you're not familiar with settlements, look at the bottom right hand corner. Down the bottom you'll see needed power and then total power. So I have 40 total power. Alright, so we just built this new one. I'll show you how to connect it. Back in your build tab, you just want to go to the edit screen, and you can see that's it over there. So you just have to highlight it. On PC it's just press right mouse click, and then you just want to join it up with these containers. And you would do the same with all these containers. I've already done it, and I'll show you exactly what I've done. You're right clicking on each container and getting this red thing, and then connecting each container together so they're all connected. So it says, you can see already connected there, but I've essentially just gone and connected all these containers together. Alright, so essentially that's all you need to do. We're just going to do a sleep through. We'll just show you how full they are quickly at the moment. So you can see there's a couple that have got some green on them. They're starting to fill up again. There's a couple full. So let's see how wide the bed's important. And we want to sleep for 24 hours, which is actually 42 hours of UT time. So we'll speed that up. Okay, we're awake now, and we've gone through to see how full. You can see that was almost full, all of them, except for that one there is at 50%. But you can see everything else is at 100%. Now, if you are worried that the extractors are going to fill, say, the nickel's going to fill up all these storage units to full, you can separate them and not join them all together and just allocate, say, half of them to the nickel and half of them to the cobalt, which is probably a good idea. So that way you're getting 50-50 resources. I joined them all together without thinking that through. All right, let's go to this bench and see how many we got. Actually, we'll quickly just have a look at our level again. So as we said, this last little bit here was with the first run we did 4 lots of 99. So let's see with that sleep how many we were able to make this time. So magnets, 1,
Bet you can't make a tuba.
2, 3, 4. I think we're going to get 5 runs out on this one. Yep, 5 runs. So as you can see, we've got enough to do another 51, but we'll just see what the almost 500 gave us. And you can see, yeah, we were here and we've jumped up to here. So that's 500, I'd say 1,000, maybe 1,200 of these. So as you can see, it's only going to be probably, well, 3 sleeps and we're going to level up at 29. So we'll fast forward and I'll let you know how we go. Okay guys, I think we're on our last run. You can see we've got the bar up to about here. It's just taken me about 8 minutes, I guess, to get to here once the settlement is set up. So the bars don't tell you how much XP you need, but I guess there's about 500 in each little section. So we worked it out to be 1,000 to probably 3,000 at this level. I don't know if that's different at lower levels or not, but that basically 3,000, and we're getting about 500 with each sleep cycle. So I guess that's 6 of these sleep cycles to get those full. And the more containers you have, of course, the more you're going to be able to collect, so you can continue to sleep until more containers are full. Alright, so let's run this through. This is hopefully going to be the last slot.
Well, I'm glad you're making it instead of me. The only A I'd get is for effort.
Alright, you see there that I did level up to 29. So in all, that took about 10 minutes to do. It's not the funnest way to get XP, but it is actually quite a quick way to get XP. And you can see, not every, let's have a look. They're not all full still. They're actually. So I'll have a look at this again just to show you. So it looks up the top right hand corner that nickel does collect faster than cobalt. So we're going to need more cobalt extractors than we are nickel extractors. So that's I think we placed 3 nickel extractors if I recall. Let's go out and have a look. And we did. So we had 3 on this side, 1, 2, 3, and we ended up with 4 cobalt extractors. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you want, I think the idea would be to put down more cobalt extractors. I'd probably go lighter on the nickel extractors. You could probably just put down 2, and I'm probably looking at 5 or 6 of the cobalt extractors. So yeah, I hope that helps. Okay, the next thing that you could possibly do now that this settlement is set up to not let it go to waste, if you have a look in your menu, the cargo link. Okay, so we'll have a look. This is the cargo link. This enables you to connect different outposts together, and then you can transfer items between your settlements, so that would be handy. So this one will link in the same system outpost if you have, but this is probably the one that you're going to use the most, the inter-system. But you're going to need helium HE3 for this one to run it, so you're going to need to set up a post with helium. so you can get this thing up and running. That's something that I actually haven't done yet, so I'm going to have to go and do, is set up an outpost somewhere with Helium 3. Okay guys, I think that's just about it. I really don't have anything else that we can give you on this one. I hope this was helpful. Please hit that like button if it was. If you've got any questions at all, that something that I may have missed, by all means put it down in the comments section. If you've got any other tips too that I have missed out on, I've tried to cover everything as best as I can, I hope. Hit that subscribe button if you are enjoying the content, and I'll get more videos out over the coming weeks. And yeah, trying to pop out as many videos as I can for you guys, so you guys can enjoy this game and not have to spend so much time looking at trying to solve all these things yourselves. So yeah, once again, thank you for watching.